In this part, we shall see the important turning points in late mechanical and electromechanical age of information technology. First in this list is the invention of difference engine and analytical engine by Charles Babbage. The difference engine was based on the method of finite differences. It used only arithmetical addition and removes the uses of multiplication and division, which are more difficult to implement mechanically. Analytical engine was a much upgraded and a general-purpose programmable computing engine. It had many essential features which are found in modern digital computers. It was programmable using punched cards. The idea of punching cards was borrowed from the Jacquard loom used for weaving complex textile patterns. It could directly perform multiplication and division and capable of performing additional functions, namely conditional branching, looping, microprogramming, parallel processing, iteration, latching, pulling, and pulse shaping. Although Babbage never used these technical terms, as these were largely coined much later. Analytical engine could take on different methods of output such as hard copy, printout, punch card, graph plotting, etc. In 1840, Babbage was invited to give a seminar about his analytical engine at the University of Turin. There, one of the attendees, a young Italian engineer Menabrea, transcribed Babbage's lectures into French and got it published in a Swiss journal. Later on, Ada, a young lady, was commissioned by Babbage's friend to translate Menabrea's paper in English language, as she showed her interest to understand about the Babbage instrument. Ada not only translated the original manuscript but also augmented her notes on the machine with labeling A to G, and the entire translated manuscript became 3 times longer than the original manuscript. In Note G, Ada describes about an algorithm for the analytical engine to compute Bernoulli's numbers. It is considered to be the first algorithm ever published, which was specifically tailored for implementation on a computer. For this reason, Ada Lovelace is cited as the first computer programmer, although the engine was never completed, so her program was never tested. Babbage's analytical engine is recognized as an early model for a computer, and Ada's notes as description of a computer and software, or the first computer program. Inspired by Babbage's difference in analytical engines, the father and son duo George and Edward Hughes built the first workable differential engine. The machine could do both calculating as well as printing. George made the initial models in wood, pasteboard, and wires, and later on his son made the metal version of the differential engine. The machine consisted of 3 main parts: the calculating unit, the printing unit, and the numerator. The device was used for creating logarithmic tables. It could solve equations of the 4th degree and of even higher orders. It operates in every number system, in decimal system, in sexagesimal system for trigonometry as well. It was capable of processing 15-digit numbers, printing out results, and rounding off the 8 digits. While the machine was not perfect and could not produce complete tables, Martin Weber reworked on the same and constructed from the ground up, and in 1875 created a compact device which could print complete tables. The electromechanical age attributes all its achievements to the discovery of the ways to harness electricity. The information could now be converted into electrical signals or impulses. This era of 100 years is marked by following important inventions, namely voltaic battery, Morse code, telephone, telegraph and radio, electrochemical tabulating machine and advent of IBM company, and the late electromechanical age is marked by Howard IBM Mark I computer. During early 19th century, Volta conducted some experiments with 2 different metal stripes and brine-soaked cloth to produce electricity. Later, he stacked several such pairs of copper and zinc discs as electrodes in alternating arrangement to increase the conductivity as well as the yield, and the apparatus was named as voltaic pile. Here in the pictures we can see the arrangement of the metal disc and the brine solution, and there is a picture of a voltaic pile in the middle. Electromagnetic telegraph communication is popularly known as Morse code. It is still used by the amateur radio communicators and navigators. Also, it is still in use for remote surveillances. Each Morse code symbol is a standardized sequence of dots and dashes. The International Morse code uses the 26 English letters from A to Z and Arabic numerals. A set of Morse codes is shown below here. Here in the picture, an example of Morse code is shown. Morse code can be transmitted in a number of ways, such as electrical pulses along a telegraph wire, audio tone, radio long and short tones, flashlight pulses, or even a car horn can act as Morse code transmitter. Below in the pictures are shown a telegraph key to produce signals, and the second one is of a receiver of the signals, which could also be recorded on a tape. The third picture is of a US Navy man sending signals through flashlight pulses. The invention of telephone is attributed to large number of inventors who helped and developed different key materials and methods of sending messages. Alexander Graham Bell is credited for one such invention, but the other inventors are also duly credited. Bell's telephone or transmitter, that is microphone, consisted of following parts and are shown in the picture below. The main working is shown here. The speaker, marked by numeral 1, talks into a horn. The sound of the voice of the speaker makes a diaphragm to vibrate. The diaphragm is a membrane stretched on a ring and placed across the narrow end of the horn. The vibrations move to the coils around the magnet, converting the mechanical sound energy into a fluctuating electric current. This electric current is transferred through a wire of any length. At the receiving end, a similar equipment reverses the process and vibrates another diaphragm. The diaphragm then recreates the original sound. Radio wave transmission is different from material waves. The discovery of electrical waves traveling through space, which can produce an effect far from the point of its origin, was indeed a great revolution. Marconi, the inventor, was first to materialize this concept. However, the concept was invented by J.C. Bose earlier, who never intended to patent it. Marconi used a transmitter to ring a bell in a receiver in his attic laboratory during his pilot experiments. The layout of his experiment is shown here. He replaced a vertical dipole from Hertz's model with a vertical wire topped by a metal sheet, with an opposing terminal connected to the ground. On the receiver side, he replaced the spark gap with a metal powder coherer, a concept detector developed by Branly. He was successful in transmitting radio signals for about 1.5 miles by the end of 1895. Bose was first to invent the crystal detector, horn antenna, dielectric lens, and other components which are now used in microwave apparatuses. Although he never believed in patenting his inventions, his contributions to the field remained unacknowledged for a long time, until in 2012 his experimental work on millimeter band radio was given credit and recognized as an IEEE milestone in electrical and computer engineering. His spark gap transmitter generated 12 to 60 GHz microwaves. The instrument layout is shown here in the picture and the various parts are listed. A receiver using a junction detector consisting of fine steel spring mounted in a horn antenna connected to a bias battery and galvanometer. The transmitter waveguide and the receiving horn were pointed at an optical stand on which the reflectors, diffraction gratings, and the prisms could be mounted, which Bose used to measure reflection, refraction, index of refraction, diffraction, and polarization of the waves. The radial arm holding the receiving horn could be rotated to any angle about the stand to measure the angle of the refracted beam. In these experiments, Bose was first to generate microwaves and invented the microwave horn antenna, waveguide, and crystal radio wave detector. Let's continue to part 10 of this lecture and we shall see some more turning point inventions in this lineage.